With early diagnosis, it could have been so different for me.
She might even be a mum. I might be sitting here, a grandma.
She might have still been here today.
If it was diagnosed at an early stage, before it spread, there's a chance you can have an operation.
The children would have had their daddy longer.
It would have been different if I was diagnosed earlier, if I'd been listened to.
If they could have somehow picked up that these were early warning signs, I know Nicki would be here today.
From the first time I went to the doctors, which was in the April, it took 8 months for my diagnosis, which was in the November.
She presented herself at her GP on at least 10 occasions.
A&E 6 visits by ambulance.
Stomach pain.
Nausea.
Pain in her legs.
Weight loss.
Vomiting, a general feeling of unwell.
Tragically, the doctors there, and including a senior registrar, dismissed Nicki's symptoms.
He thought it was just a pulled stomach muscle.
She was referred to physios for her back.
It could be gastritis, it could be gallstones, it could be IBS.
Just sent home, it's indigestion, see how it goes.
They said nothing is wrong with him, he's young, he's okay, he will be fine. He was just given painkillers all the time.
Sent me away with these IBS tablets.
He was convinced I had gastritis and sent me away with some Gaviscon.
It was the last thing that we were expecting.
As soon as he said pancreatic cancer, I thought, well, there's no hope, because I knew what that meant.
And that's when we were told that she had advanced cancer. There was absolutely nothing that could be done, just palliative chemotherapy.
It's inoperable. So the outcome, the prognosis was very bleak from the outset.
It had taken a year before they even got to the point where they said, we need to really have a good look now. That in fact she had inoperable pancreatic cancer and that our only option was going to be palliative care.
Knowing that Joshua grows up and will continue to grow up without his mummy is just devastating.
How the children take it. You know, mum's poorly, mum never gets poorly. Mum may die.
The realisation that she was going to die so young, especially having such a young daughter, was just, the world just collapsed.
I promised her that she wouldn't go anywhere else overnight ever again, that she was going to be staying with us. She died with myself and her brother at her side.
And he died less than 7 months later at the age of 41.
At the end, Nicki was admitted to the Royal Free Hospital, and we thought she was going to be home in a couple of days. She died just 2 weeks later, and I was at her bedside for that whole time. You know, I didn't leave the hospital, and we managed to be together for every minute of those last few weeks.
Everybody says I cope fantastically. You learn to be a good actress. At the moment, I'm in that 3% of survivors.
And if I'd known what was going to happen, we would have spent a lot more time together and done a lot more together.
She was very, very excited about the wedding, and so we went out and found her wedding dress, and I've got that lasting memory. I got to see her in it.
When we held Leo in our arms for the first time, it was an amazing feeling. And seeing our daughter so happy after all the sadness that I'd felt like I'd caused our family, it was just lovely to hold him, and we get joy out of him every single day.
The boys saw all these things, you know, they just saw their daddy shrinking. They miss their daddy so much.
I remember laying in bed on the New Year's Eve, 4 months after I'd had my operation, and thinking this could be my last New Year. And then every year I see another Christmas and I just think how lucky I am.
The smile I remember when Joshua was born, when we got engaged, our wedding day, all of those incredible memories, and those can't be taken away. It's called the silent cancer because you get these vague symptoms and then they tend to go away, and that's exactly what happened in Nicki's case.
Pancreatic cancer can't be the silent cancer anymore.
If I had been diagnosed the 8 months previous, I could have had a chance of living. So definitely more money is needed to be able to diagnose this evil cancer earlier.
Pancreatic cancer can no longer be the silent cancer. We need to make a difference.
More needs to be done to stop this disease causing such heartache to families and to patients.
I question, was there more that I could have done, more that I should have done, certainly more that the doctors should have done. And I live with that every day.